All right, so we have a client laying in a prone position, hidden hands underneath their chest. We need to take them from this very strong position where they have their elbows close to their body, and we need to start working ways to open it up. It's not realistic for us to grab the wrists or the arm and trying to pull the arms away like this. I mean, just try and do this with any of your partners that you're with in training. If they hold themselves close like this, good luck pulling the arms away. What we need to do is we need to use our body weight with gravity to be able to open elbows up away from the body like this, because if the elbows open up here, we start to get some internal rotation of the shoulder. Everything becomes weaker and it becomes easier now to access the arms as levers to pull them behind the back. So what we're going to do here is use a lead knee wedge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knee and I'm going to drive it into space up by Kevin's armpit and where like his tricep connects to his lats here, to use it like a splitting maul when you're splitting a log, to be able to create a wedge here with a triangle, and slowly, the further it gets wedged in here, be able to start opening that elbow up away from the body. I'm going to get myself into base. I need to create counter pressure up at the shoulders here with hooks, the monkey grips here, so that I'm able to grab up at Kevin's shoulders, lift myself up, taking with my knee to drive down into his arm here. And by me having this counter pressure, I have the ability to pull, and I'm driving down and forwards here to work my knee to the ground. We can see that that elbow starts to get opened up. And because my knee is in place, if he tries to close his elbow right now, he just closes on top of the knee. This is what starts to create space for me to be able to bring my arm in and get a motorcycle grip. Depending on the size of the person that you're dealing with and the size of your own arms, you might need a little more space. So once I've opened this up, if I need to, once I've hit the ground, I can no longer drive my knee any further downwards. I can start to actually create more of a sliding effect, like a baseball slide, where my knee is now going to go out this direction to open up the elbow even further. And I can sit down onto my hip. I'm connected to my hip to his hip, and I'm still holding on to the cross shoulder or both shoulders here, so that if Kevin tries to close his elbow here, he's unable to. Now I have even more space to be able to bring in my left arm to his left arm and grab up to the wrist. If he tries to lift his elbow up and bring it over top like this to close it, he creates more space because his arm will lift off the ground. So as he lifts up like that, I'm ready for it. And now he can close his elbow, but because my arm's inside, it's going to give me the ability to be able to create torque, rotational force into the shoulder to be able to leverage his arm out to the back here. So, one more time. Kevin is controlled here. The arms are out a little bit here, so I'm able to now bring my knee up. I can be down on one knee for now. I'm going to create counter pressure up here at his shoulders. I'm not giving him a light massage. I see people grab this way when I teach them. We need actually like strong grips, hooks, so that I could essentially pull Kevin backwards like this while I'm creating a force driving forward. We need that counter pressure. Here, my knee starts driving in, and that elbow opens up. If I need more base, I'm going to step my left leg back. I'm going to have my knee up relatively above my ankle, so I'm able to really drive in. My left arm comes underneath and to his wrist with a motorcycle grip. And then at this point, if I took my knee away and he closed his arm, that doesn't matter at this point, because I have what I needed, which was space to just be able to get to the end of the lever here, so I'm going to be able to use the next technique. So, Kevin, if you could just sit here facing the camera, please. Motorcycle grip's really important. The arm comes through, left arm under left arm, and I'm grabbing up at the wrist and the hand as much as possible with a hook grip. Monkey grip, a bear paw, a praying mantis, whatever helps you think and remember it. No thumb, because I want to embrace and be able to maximize the force that I can generate with a pull. If I grab with a thumb, like this, a C grip, if Kevin extends out, it's quite weak. And when it comes to a pull as well, I'm always going to have that weakness between the thumb and the fingers here, which is not going to maximize the force I can generate. So here, hooking, because my goal is to be able to create a pulling force and take Kevin's arm out wider and then behind the back. So make sure that when you're reaching through, it's left arm to left arm or right arm to right arm. hooking as much as you can up to the wrist. If we grab mid forearm, we're not at the end of the lever. It's not going to be very strong here. We're creating a ratchet style lever. Think of like a socket wrench, where we need a longer lever here from the elbow to the wrist to be able to create that rotational force to be able to bring that arm behind. If you put your other arm in, it's not the end of the world, but I get stuck and I'm not going to be able to do the following technique. And so it's going to be really tempting when, if you can go back to a prone position, please. When you start to create space here, that you're going to want to take this arm and reach the near arm in. But that's not what we're looking for. So let's move this aside. Once I've created space and I've opened this up, and I create a slide if I need to open that elbow up even further, this arm comes through. It comes through and gets the grip before my knee moves. Because obviously if my knee moves before I have the grip and he closes it up, all that hard work that I just did, completely undone. So here, opening this up, I get the grip. And now I can start moving into that technique. And obviously if I can keep that elbow open, that's going to keep him in a weaker structure and make it more effective. But if he closes that elbow, as long as I got that strong grip here, he's not able to harm me. I'm going to be able to start using the forearm lever to get the arm behind the back, which we're going to talk about in the next video.